The third and final week of the preseason is here. A fourth exhibition game is a thing of the past. It's the Jets and the Lions, and it's all up next.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. But tonight we've got a preseason matchup as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Detroit Lions. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you, and now we sit, CD, at week 3 of the preseason, and this is the one that the coaches probably think is pretty valuable, right?
Certainly. This is the dress rehearsal. This is the one where your starters are going to play. You might even game plan a little bit more than you do with a normal preseason game, and then you've got to decide, do you bring them back after halftime and get them going again in the third quarter so they're ready to go when the regular season begins? I'm eager to see how these coaches will handle that.
Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And we are underway from Ford Field. Donovan Peoples-Jones now from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They're led onto the field by the former Cal Bear and the #1 overall pick in 2016, Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl and came really within 1 quarter of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. He did a nice job to spin out of that first wave, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Counter play. Here's Gibbs. Muscles him off. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Throwing on third. Goff. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, you want to make sure that on an opening drive, that you at least stay out there for a while and get into the flow of the game. A 3-and-out would have been problematic, but that's a good throw there to ensure they get another set of downs.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early, but it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw, Goff. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. This is taken at about the 14. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
There have been very few quarterbacks in the NFL who have been as consistent throughout their career as Aaron Rodgers. He's been good for so long, and we've seen no decline in his skills. His accuracy and arm strength continue to elevate the talent around him, and his in-game mistakes, few and far between.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 22.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Forced out to his left. And his throw is incomplete. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall. 47 yards. And the Jets put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground. And he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Peoples-Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. On first down, gone. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Gibbs straight ahead. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher third down looming. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return. So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
That's complete to Laporta. And he goes out right around the 39. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Play action. It's gone. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. From the 50, it's gone. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Goff now looks to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Quincy Williams worked his way back for that sack. And he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Out of the gun. Goff. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
This is brought in at the 21. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Jets will take over. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It's a big play there for the Jets on third down. 45 yards.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
Rodgers now on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Second and 10. On play action. Now Rodgers. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Garrett Wilson, 26 yards. And the Jets go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Here's Goff now on second down. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And St. Brown going to have the Lions first down as the tackle made up near the 35. Goff now to throw. Throw over the middle. He finds Williams. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. First and 10 at the 49-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibbs. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. First and 10. Here's Goff. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Again, Goff. He'll go right back to St. Brown. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now a first down throw. Gone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Donovan Peoples-Jones. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Lions have cut it back within a score.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set, and racing going 3 wide is a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Gano the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. On the return is Xavier Gibson. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room. Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On first down, Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Goff. Over the middle and taken in by Laporta. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now it's Goff. And this is going to be incomplete. These offensive starters still out there in the second quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the third quarter, if not all the way through it.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the third quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the fourth quarter.
Not often do fourth down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down. Goff. And a deep ball.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Week 3 of the preseason is here. Everyone wrapping up their exhibition schedule. No games for the league on Labor Day weekend. And then it all begins. The 17-game regular season gets underway on the Thursday after Labor Day with the NFL kickoff game. In our game, expect to see the starters for at least one more drive. Something to look forward to as we get you back out to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis. Both of these coaching staffs with some big decisions to make coming up as the preseason draws to a close. The second half is going to be filled with a lot of evaluation. And to bring it your way, we go back to Brandon Gaudin.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now the Jets going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told him, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Number 50, hey, you block over here.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. So it sails out of bounds close to midfield, and they'll say actually right at midfield. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively, just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he's taken down inside the 30. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. Back to throw, Goff. And his throw here's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Off play action. Here's Goff. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Gibbs going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. James Mitchell. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Lions have taken the lead here this third quarter.
This is where, as a tight end, you've got to really sell that this is a run. They're going to fake the give, hope the linebackers bite, and here they do just enough. That split second, that's all it takes for that tight end to leak out into the end zone. Touchdown.
Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 17-14. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The New York set to take the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Here's Rodgers. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. He's airing it out for Williams. And he's got it inside the 10. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down.
Pass interference. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Zerline now for the PAT. It's up and good to make it 21-17. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And in the end, it was Mike Williams who capped the drive with a touchdown reception. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Play action. It's gone. And incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Goff shakes off the sack. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. And taken at the 46. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Williams brings it in. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The give now to Abanikanda. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there at a 1st down again. Abanikanda once again. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Israel Abanikanda. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Jets will add to their 4th quarter lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Alert! Alert!
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Here's Hooker. And always sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Throwing. Hooker. And he fends him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Looking to throw. Hooker. This one swung out to Montgomery. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They go play action. Here's Hooker. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. A big play there for Detroit. 48 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. So this is Montgomery with a grab over the middle. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Hooker to the air yet again. That's to the pylon and incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5. Hooker. Escaping the pressure. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Hooker going to try and throw for it. And this one is incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Abanikanda on 1st and 10. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And he's going to be met at about the 43. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down.
Defense.
Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. And they'll go again with Abanikanda. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd down, here's Abanikanda. And he will have a Jets 1st down, and that should just about do it. It's a gain of 6, and that ought to just about do it.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
The Jets, with victory seemingly in hand, they take the knee. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night from Detroit.